Alrighty, guys, the Iceman here on the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel, and today in this video, got to put on the shades, and I think realistically, I put on these shades because I'm doing a video because I don't want to see the hate come in. And yes, this video is basically going to be about John Cena. Um, my favorite wrestler in the WWE. He's been my favorite wrestler in the WWE for I don't know how long. Yes, but I do like Daniel Bryan. I do like CM Punk. I do like Alberto Del Rio, but not like John Cena. Um, and I've been reading a lot of stuff on the wrestling websites and whatnot, and a lot of people are thinking that the WWE is talking about turning Damian Sandow babyface, but what they were talking about sort of didn't really make any sense because they were basically saying that at Hell in a Cell, when Cena faces Alberto Del Rio, Cena's going to win, Sandow's going to cash in and beat John Cena. But how would that really work out? I mean, a face going and cashing in on a face. I mean, a lot of fans probably would like it, no doubt. But in any event, I think what the WWE is really thinking, I was reading, basically, they want to bring more credibility back to the World Heavyweight title. Not to say that Alberto doesn't give it credibility, because I think, in my eyes, I think Alberto Del Rio has been a very good heel champion. One of the best we've seen with that title in really quite some time. Um, uh, but so they figure by John Cena coming back and facing Del Rio, and in my eyes, I personally don't think that Cena was going to win at Hell in a Cell, but now I'm really not so sure, because if they're trying to bring credibility back to the belt, and I really don't understand this. I mean, what do they not see in Alberto Del Rio holding the title, other than that he's held it for quite a long time, on and off? Uh, but so anyway, if John Cena does get the belt, officially right now, I mean, there's a lot of little discrepancies. The WWE basically recognizes John Cena as a 12-time champ, but really officially he is a 13-time champ. He's held the WWE title 11 times and twice with the World Heavyweight title. But like I said, WWE only recognizes it 12 times. Now, with Cena getting the belt, if he should, he would be a 3-time World Heavyweight title holder, 11-time WWE holder, uh, and that would give him actually 14. But like I said, the WWE only recognizes 12 at this point, so that would actually, in the WWE eyes, give him 13. Now, there's a lot of talk about nobody will ever surpass Triple H, for one thing, in the WWE, because he is the owner's son-in-law. And there's been a lot of talk about nobody will ever surpass Ric Flair's titles. Now, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ric Flair has had like 8 NWA titles, I think 6 WCW titles, and I think 2 titles in the WWE, which would give him 16. Ric Flair seems to believe that he's got 21 titles under his belt. I didn't check it out, and I should have before I made this video. But anyway, a lot of people are saying that no way John Cena would end up surpassing Triple H's mark. But I don't see John Cena retiring anytime soon, barring any injuries. He's 36 years old, and I honestly believe if John Cena does surpass Triple H, why wouldn't he surpass Ric Flair? And for this reason being, Ric Flair isn't a WWE, like an original. I mean, Triple H wasn't either. He was in WCW. He did come to the WWE, but he was only in WCW, I think, for like a year. And then, Eric Bischoff wanted to sign him to a 2-year deal, and Triple H turned it down. And because he sort of knew that something was going to come better along, and he'd jump on it, and he did. Uh, and Ric Flair, obviously, with the Crockett promotion, and then Ted Turner, in WCW. So he's not a WWE, WWF original. So unless Vince McMahon has really the utmost respect for Ric Flair, then nobody will ever surpass his title reigns. But as John Cena goes, he's been so regarded, for so long as the face of the WWE. I think honestly that John Cena could go down in history as the top title reign holder in the WWE. And as well it should be. I know a lot of people out there are negative on John Cena, but get over it. Really, get over it. You may not like him, but the WWE does, and that's the bottom line. And he has just done what it has taken for the WWE to get to where they are today. And, I understand you get tired of seeing the same people as champions. Well, it's no different with Randy Orton. It was no different when Triple H was getting the belt all the time. I mean, it's just not. And the bottom line is John Cena brings in the revenue. And at Hell in the Cell, with John Cena coming back, going up against Alberto Del Rio, you can damn well bet there's going to be a lot of revenue being made with the return of John Cena at that particular pay-per-view. Not disregarding the CM Punk match with Ryback, not disregarding Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan, but let's face it, you know, Daniel Bryan has emerged on the picture as being a big draw. Randy Orton has been there. CM Punk in the last few years has been an enormous draw, but John Cena has been a staple for so long of drawing the fans and drawing huge amounts of money. So you can't disregard that. So anyway, so I'm reading all this stuff on the internet, and there are a lot of positive thoughts about John Cena ended up becoming the all-time world heavyweight champion or whatever, regardless, a world champion title holder and surpassing Ric Flair. And, years ago, a few years back even, before Ric Flair really became the way he is now, I would never wanted to see it. But as it stands now, John Cena is the ultimate performer as far as, you know, everyone calls him a goody two shoes and whatnot. He's not a goody two shoes. He does his job, and he's getting the recognition for doing his job well. Like any of us, when we go to our daily job, you do a great job after so much time, you get a raise, you get more money. For John Cena, he gets title wins, and it's deserved. It's definitely deserved. And, so I have no problem with John Cena if he ends up breaking Ric Flair's title reign record. I think he deserves it. I definitely think he deserves it past Triple H. Triple H has spanned, you know, most of his titles in his early going were for a long period of time. Um, and but nobody's brought more revenue than John Cena. So, yeah, that's why these glasses are on. I know I expect the hate. It is what it is. And I am the Iceman. So I take it how it comes. Peace out, everybody. Have a great Wednesday.